Hello, Noc.
That's me. Hello.
Hi. I am such a huge fan, and this is kind of weird having you here because I remember when I asked you about this podcast, it was at a Twitch party after Conquest, and I was slowly creeping my way through the party, and I saw you. I was like, I've interviewed so many people, and I've approached like politicians, I've approached celebrities, but I wasn't as nervous as I was when I approached you.
Why? Am I intimidating?
You're not intimidating. It's not that you were intimidating. It's just that I was like a legit fan, and I was so I was trying to be careful not to seem like very parasocial. Because I was I watch his streams. Would it be weird if I just like approach him? And then I had my cell phone out. Like I wanted to say like, oh, can you go to my podcast? Yada yada yada. And I was shaking so bad.
When you first introduced yourself, you mentioned your name, Julian.
Yeah.
But of course, at first I didn't know who you were. Then you mentioned your Twitch handle, Jujul.
Yeah.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yeah. So that was just like so random. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
If you had to describe yourself, how would you identify as?
I am a Valerian gamer.
Like streaming is part of that, and streaming has become like such a huge thing online, especially for people who like games. But maybe you can describe to us what exactly is a streamer first, and how does someone turn streaming into a living?
So when you live stream, it really depends on what platform you go to. Personally, I stream on Twitch. How I make my money, like if we're talking about making money through Twitch, people subscribe to you. Right now, the subscription price is 100 pesos per sub. The reason why you subscribe to your streamers is one, to support them. The other one is to watch without any ad cutting into the streams. Because if you're a free user and you're just watching the stream, without our control, Twitch actually inserts ads into the streams, like completely cuts the stream. You just watch ad for like 30 seconds every, I want to say 30 minutes, which takes a lot of your time really. So subbing gives you ad-free viewing, and with that sub, 50% goes to the creator, me, and 50% goes to Twitch.
Oh, to be honest, I didn't sub because of the ad breaks. I subbed because of the emotes. So I was like, people in chat are sending these cute little GIFs and stuff. So I was like, I want that. I want to be able to do that. How did you get into streaming?
I got into streaming back in 2018. I was working in UAE, Abu Dhabi, and I had like a 9-to-5 job, which was very tiring, of course. But the moment I get home, I just play games. But that's the thing about like working abroad as an OFW. You practically don't have any social life whatsoever because you don't know anyone from the country.
Yeah.
So as soon as I get home, I just play games with my online friends. And eventually, they convinced me to stream because I used to watch streamers as well. And these streamers that I used to watch, the streamers that I looked up to, they were the one who actually got me to start my very first stream, which was actually fun. It was, I thank them until now to force me or keeping me hostage to actually stream.
Anyone you want to give a shout out to?
Oh, definitely Ramen Style. He's been doing so good on YouTube lately. He stopped streaming. He mainly streamed back then. Like as a full-time streamer, he'd stream 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day, 5 to 6 times a week.
He plays Tarkov, right?
He plays Tarkov.
Yeah.
Back then
he plays it that long, like 10 a.m.
Oh, no. There was he joined Tarkov afterwards.
Oh, okay.
Back then he would stream 10 to 6 p.m. Different games, sometimes PUBG, Apex, CSGO. Then also Pew Pow actually was one of the people who made me stream. To the point where he actually yelled at me, "You're wasting your talents. I'd watch you." Paulo Avellino.
Yeah.
He got me some gears to help me out to start off the streaming, and thank you, Pa.
Would you remember how it was when you first pressed the go live button?
Oh, I was sweating.
You were sweating?
I was sweating. I didn't turn off my camera until like 2 hours in because I wasn't very confident with how much sweat was on my face. Eventually, I started having fun, stopped thinking about the stream. So I had to turn it on eventually.
Do you remember what game you played, like for your first ever stream?
It was CSGO.
CSGO?
I think, yeah. That used to be my main game. I used to play CS ever since I was a kid.
Do you ever play other games? I mean, you played Only Up recently.
Oh, Only Up is my grind lately. I still haven't finished the game. It's the hardest thing I've done. This Chinese game is just breaking my mind. It's tilting more than Valorant, I'd say.
I know. So I was watching. There was a stream that you did where you played Only Up while you were drinking.
Oh yes.
And I had so much anxiety for you. I had secondhand anxiety because every time he would fall off, you were having fun. I wasn't.
Oh, I wasn't having fun. Definitely not. Because we had like a challenge going on in the stream. If I played Only Up by itself, it would be kind of like brain dead boring. So no thrill. I mean, there is thrill, of course, because you're climbing. But I wanted there to be like a punishment whenever I fall.
So you take a shot.
Yes.
What were you drinking?
I was drinking double black.
Oh god. How many shots?
I ended up drinking like 13 shots.
Oh god.
It's nothing that I haven't had before, but definitely it's been a while. It's like 13 shots in under an hour. I eventually had to turn off the stream because I wasn't feeling it anymore.
Oh, how do you do that? How do you manage your chat while you're going through a stream, being inebriated, and playing like such an anxiety-filled game?
I guess eventually you just get used to it. Because it's like the first stream all over again, where the moment you start streaming, you can't stop thinking that, oh, people are watching me. I need to entertain people. But eventually, I've been doing this for like 5 years now. So it became like instinct, kind of, more or less.
Okay.
We're to the point where even if I play games off stream, I just look at my second monitor to see if there's someone talking to me.
Oh, wait, does that happen?
All the time.
Really?
I'd play Valorant off stream. The moment I die, I'd look at the non-existent chat.
Do you still get conscious about your viewer count these days?
I mean, yes and no. Yes, because of course I want to grow as a content creator. So looking at numbers is kind of a must thing. I wouldn't recommend looking at the viewer count if you're just doing it out of fun for like a hobby or anything, because what matters is you're doing what you like, which is streaming. You're playing video games. You don't really think about it as a career as much, so you don't look at the numbers. In my case, I kind of have like to study numbers, which is the best time to stream. What time does my viewer count go up? What time does it dip down? So I can so I can stream around it, more or less. What am I doing wrong? Like, let's say I swap games from Valorant to, let's say, a game like Only Up, and my viewer count drops. So obviously I'm doing something wrong or something like that. Yeah, I look at it, but I do get conscious about it, but I try to not let it affect me too much.
Is this something that happens as you're streaming, or is this something that you look after your stream and like check in hindsight, like, oh, I could have continued Valorant instead?
I guess a lot of people like handle it differently. I like looking at it after streaming, so my energy won't change throughout the stream. Because a lot of the times, let's say I'm sitting on 300 viewers, then I focus on the game, I look back, it's down to like 250. It would get me with so much anxiety, like people are leaving, what am I doing wrong? Then it's gonna leave me overthinking for the rest of the stream. So what I like to do is I just check it after streaming instead.
Yeah. What was your highest view count so far?
Ooh,
and what were you playing then?
I think I was my highest view count is 1,300.
Wow.
I was rated by Patty Fan, actually, the pro player from my org, but I wasn't in the org back then.
Talon, right?
Talon, yeah.
Talon, yeah. You were playing, I'm assuming, Valorant?
Valorant. So it was very embarrassing that he sent his viewers who are used to like professional plays to me, who, well, tries to knife people in ranked games.
Did you ever try to go pro? I remember you tweeted something about trying to go pro.
It's not something that I fully committed in. Basically, I got like a couple of friends who have pro experience, because I did like one semi-pro back in CS. So I thought it would be fun if I joined like the open qualifiers for VCT, the Valorant Challengers Tour, for fun. So we joined, we lost the first game, never played again.
What would you say is your biggest flex as a streamer, as a content creator? Like, what is your biggest win
so far? I like divide them into two. One of them is being sponsored by Legion back then, because they got me when I was like such a small creator. I think I had like 8,000 to 9,000 followers. I'm not sure, but they stuck with me until I had like 50,000. So that was very thankful for Legion. And the other one is definitely being signed by Talon.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I never expected that I'd be in an international org, I'd say.
Yeah.
It was not something that I was expecting.
It's funny that you mentioned Legion, and I told this to you before that when you got signed with Legion, I was actually on the market for a laptop.
Oh yeah,
So,
yeah, I remember this.
so I bought a Legion laptop because I was like, oh, okay, if it's good for Noctile, it's probably good enough for me. And I have no regrets. It's a really good laptop.
You still have it now?
I still have it. I used to play games, and for a while I also streamed. My peak was like 15 viewers.
Ooh.
Not as good as you, of course.
No,
But like
I mean,
15, I was like, okay, like 15 people in a room.
That's
That's
a
a lot
lot,
of people.
yeah.
Yeah. Like you can't even fit 15 people. Oh, you probably can fit 15 people here, but like, it's going to be a crowded room, right? So I was like, okay, so like I have a crowded room of people watching me, and it felt weird because you had to keep interacting.
oh yeah, definitely.
And like that kind of threw me off. So how do you do that? How
It's
do you
definitely-
keep interacting?
It's definitely nerve-wracking for sure. I actually like what you said. It's another way to like put into perspective on how many people are watching you. People think like 15 is not a lot, but it's actually, if you're holding like 15 viewers, you are probably already at the top, I want to say 30% of like Twitch.
Really?
That's because the amount of people who are streaming to like 1 to 5 people, there's so many. And that's actually the kind of basis that I use as well. If you have 15, it's nice to think of it like you're in a classroom.
Yeah.
If you have 100, it's nice to think of it as, I don't know, an office.
An office. Yeah.
It's definitely, nerve-wracking that there's so much people watching you. But of course, everyone starts from zero. So eventually, it's not like you jump to 100 instantly. In your case, let's say you get used to the 15, then the more you stream, it might climb up to like 20, then you get used to it again, then 30, 40, 50, all that. So it's not something you have to worry about personally, I think.
Growth in the live streaming community can mean many things, like having a higher viewer count or getting deals from sponsors. In the next part of this interview, Noctile shares how he sustained that growth and the investments he has put into his own gear to make his games and his streams better. I'd like to ask about your setup as well. Would you remember what your first setup looked like?
I bought like a PC worth 42,000. And I think that was more than enough. I invested into a monitor, the BenQ Zowie, the 144 hertz. It was 13,000. My mouse and keyboard are like standards. It's another BenQ mouse. Keyboard is, I actually can't remember. It's a HyperX keyboard.
Okay.
And pretty much it. But in terms of streaming setup, the only thing that I bought was it's like a 500 peso webcam. And I was on a headset microphone for a while.
And how much has your setup changed since then?
A lot. A bit too much. Because this habit of, the thing that I do is whatever I earn from streaming, I always like put it back into the stream. Whether I commission more people for emotes, for stream overlays, or maybe even gear. So right now, instead of a 500 peso webcam, I'm using a mirrorless camera. I'd put it around 25K. The microphone, which was once a headset microphone, it's now a Shure MV7. So at 20K.
20K.
Give and take.
Okay.
That's not including the audio mixer, which what I have right now is the Go XLR. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
What was the first upgrade that you did?
The first thing that I upgraded was my microphone.
Your microphone.
Yes, I had a headset microphone. The first payout that I got from Twitch, I'd say it's 5 to 6K. So I got a microphone worth that. It's an AT2020 Audio-Technica.
Oh, okay. Good microphone too.
It is.
Yeah. A lot of people, they think that camera quality should be a priority, sound quality should be a priority. But for you, what would you say should someone who's just starting out focus on?
I mean, the quality really depends on what you want to focus on your streams. A lot of people just do just chatting streams where it's literally a full webcam and they just talk to chat. They're still entertaining even though they're not playing games. So if that's the kind of stream that you feel like doing, that's the kind of stream that you have fun on, definitely invest in a webcam or like an actual camera that's good. If you're like me, who mainly does who plays games, a regular C920 is more than enough, and just upgrade your microphone, I'd say, because I don't know, proper comms, I guess, and your chat can hear you better. Yeah. If not, then always upgrade. Upgrading the PC is definitely worth whatever upgrades it is, whether it's just RAM, storage, or graphics card upgrades, whichever is fine.
I like how you mentioned that some people, they do just chatting, right? So, as a category. So a lot, because when you're into gaming and then you get exposed to Twitch, like I did, I started watching people playing Among Us. A lot of people got into Twitch because of Among Us.
Of course.
And then I also started discovering other channels, like music channels or food channels. What other kind of Twitch streams do you personally follow?
I follow gaming streams. But I also watch a lot of like game show streams, like Mizkif's game show, Schooled.
Okay.
I like watching those game shows because there's always something new. Like it's definitely something new because it's not just a gaming stream. They take like other influencers to participate into this one big stream, which is always fun to watch.
How about software? So you described what kind of hardware you have. Do you use any other software?
I only use OBS. A lot of people use Streamlabs OBS. I guess if you're a beginner, like you have a boomer mentality in terms of like, am I allowed to say that? You have a boomer mentality in terms of like tech things or software, and you can't really navigate around it. Streamlabs OBS is very safe, very beginner friendly. If you know your way around your softwares and internet, definitely OBS is better. Discord
is also a huge part of being a Twitch streamer, right? Or maybe not necessarily like being a Twitch streamer, but for you use Discord for engagement with your community.
I mainly use Discord because let's say I'm not live and there's no way for people to talk to me. I don't want them to like look through my socials and message me on either Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, whichever, because then I'd have to shuffle to like 3 different social media. So Discord is a way for me to like connect to my community directly. So I can just say one message and everyone can like read through it. I always actually recommend people to join the Discord because it's like the easiest way to reach me if they want to talk, or it's the easiest way to, I don't know, talk to the community as well, not just me.
And it's also in a way like an extension of your Twitch chat, right?
Oh, yes.
What are the other things that you post on Discord? So apart from like your Twitch stream, do you do anything else that you post on Discord? On your Discord channel? On
my Discord channel, we talk about random stupid. It's like a group of friends, really. Whenever they want mouse recommendations or monitor recommendations, we have a channel there. It's like Tech Talk. Sometimes we just post pictures of our pets, what food you ate. Every time I wake up, I just ask them, guys, kumain na ba kayo? As a friend.
Oh, I remember people would ask you if naligo ka na ba?
Oh yeah, up until now.
And if nagkape ka na ba? Like I like how those things keep recurring in your streams. So like, what is this? It's so random.
It's definitely like I wouldn't say it's an inside joke. At this point, it's an everyday thing. If I miss one bullet while playing Valorant, magkape ka kaya, no?
Valorant is a fun game.
It is.
And I say that with mixed emotions because like it's so fun.
It is.
But at the same time, it's so tilting.
I love Riot Games. I love Valorant so much. I'm so glad I get to play Valorant every single day.
Yeah. All right, 2 questions about Valorant first.
Okay.
Why do you like the game so much?
Of course, I love Riot Games. No, I love Valorant because I came from Counter-Strike, and Counter-Strike used to be my favorite game, but Valve, we don't really have like an esports scene in the Philippines. I mean, we do, but it's very small to the point where like right now, all the pros in Valorant, if Team Secret, perhaps like Dubstep, back then Dispenser, these are the people that I really looked up to back in the CS scene when I tried to go pro. Because I'd get into a game with them and they just completely annihilate me.
Oh, okay.
So seeing how far that they'd go from just a regular pub game, which didn't have a scene at all in the Philippines, to now, which is like Riot Games is taking proper care of the esports scene in the Philippines.
They are,
really
right? I really like that. How do you keep a level mind when you play Valorant? Because I tilt so fast. Like my friends would know when I tilt because I shut up. As in, like, if we're in the middle of a ranked game and I just all of a sudden stop giving comms or like stop hyping people up and stuff like that, they know that I'm tilting, so they're gonna do,
That's one way to tilt. Me. I mean, I do the same every now and then too. I get tilted because one, I'm not hitting my shots.
Yeah.
The second one is my teammates are being my teammates. And whatever that happens, I guess my viewers, my chat just keeps me in check. They just try to keep the vibe happy. And of course, I'd be joking around too. It's like, no, guys, I'm fine. Look, I'm still smiling.
That's kind of cool. So your Twitch chat helps you through the game.
All the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes they make it worse, but...
Oh, yeah. I mean, your Twitch bullies you. I mean, it's so funny how much they bully you.
I mean, I guess, how do they say it? Deserved? Because I do the same to them. So whenever they see me on my nose...
kind of relationship that you have with them, right?
More or less.
Me and my friends, we've discovered a new way to deal with toxic people. It's to kill them with kindness.
Oh.
Yeah, so like when people are being toxic to you, like they're telling you play better and stuff like that, I'm just gonna say, oh God, you're such a good player. I hope to be like you one day.
I fight toxicity with toxicity. I'm not very proud of it.
Really? I can't do that. I can't be toxic.
Sometimes you have to, in a way, because I don't know. For me, when people get toxic, I try to shut them down first.
Okay.
If they don't, then only then do I fight back. Because like even if they're not being toxic towards me, they're being toxic towards my teammates, which just ruins the mood of everything. Not only does it ruin our game, it also ruins the mood of our stream. Me and my viewers just end up laughing at them. Right,
because you also have your stream to think about.
Yes.
But also, like, I like how you mentioned team, because I think a lot of people forget that it is a team-based game.
It is a very team-based game.
Yeah. Vandal versus Phantom.
Vandal.
Vandal. Why Vandal?
Because one bullet is all you need to like kill someone. Panic.
Oh, because you're that good.
No. No, because I grew up with first-person shooter games. And
it's okay, Nock. You can say that you have great aim.
No, I don't want to say that. Basically, I grew up with first-person shooter games, and the best part about first-person shooter games is that there will always be a headshot mechanic.
Okay.
So growing up, I always have the mentality of always aiming for the head.
Okay.
Which, whenever you use the Phantom, it doesn't work out that way. Because you shoot them in the head, they're still alive.
Yeah.
And they're using a Vandal.
Yeah. Okay, so Vandal versus Phantom, you say Vandal because you're good at headshots. Ghost versus Sheriff. Sheriff. Also the same reason, I assume. Op or Odin?
Ooh, Op.
What do you think of Odin players?
I mean, it depends on what map you use it, I guess.
Okay.
If you only use Odin, well then just shame on you.
Okay.
You know, just not only are you the only one having fun in the game, but you're ruining the game for everyone else. So.
Do you ever use a judge?
Oh no, never. I can't.
Okay. What do you think of judge players?
I can't say.
Okay.
I hope they're having fun.
Okay. They are.
Sincerely, I hope they're having fun.
Favorite skin set?
Okay, it varies. For now, I'd say Reaver.
Thoughts on guns that skin sets that don't have effects?
I mean, they're nice.
Yeah.
One of my favorite is the Sakura Vandal.
Yes, that's what I use. So I have the Sakura Vandal, the Stinger, the Aris.
Oh, you have
the classic.
Full set.
I have the set. Yeah.
Okay.
I actually didn't get the set. I bought them individually.
One by one.
Yeah. I was like, I have to complete this. Up next, we talk Twitch. What is it like having a Twitch community as a support system, and a special message from Noctile to his viewers and mods. A large part of being a Twitch streamer is your community, right? How would you say were you able to grow such a community? Wholesome, but also chaotic and very random. Who likes to bully you?
I guess growing a community also depends on how you start as a streamer. In my case, when I started, I had my friends who are viewers. So since they're my friends, of course, they bully me too. And whenever new people come in, they see the interaction that I make with my chat, so they follow it, more or less. So eventually it grew up to like now, which is from like 3 bullies to now 200 bullies. But it's like a give and take relationship.
Okay.
I like it personally. We have fun with each other when we play games where none of us are having fun. But in terms of like wholesomeness, I like them. Like if someone's actually having a genuinely rough time, they make sure to, show some sympathy, which is nice.
But what I also found interesting about Twitch versus, say, Twitter or YouTube or Instagram is that Twitch has its own lingo, right?
Oh,
and
yes.
I think that's a huge part of being able to like interact with the community, because you have inside jokes that you just kind of get.
I guess so, yeah. In a way, in terms of like Twitch lingo, you can only get it if you've been on Twitch for like at least couple weeks, I'd say, a couple months, because there are some third-party extensions that you need to install to actually see them and understand them.
Oh, like emotes and stuff?
Emotes, yeah,
Emotes.
like 7TV and everything. And of course, there are like references that the Twitch people use throughout the whole Twitch website. But the best part about it, I'd say, is that they never bring it outside. Like, I don't think you'd see a Monka S on like Facebook or YouTube.
I like that you mentioned Monka S because I never understand what Monka S means. And I've been like in Twitch for as like a lurker for quite a while now.
Did you ever download the like
the 7TV,
BTTV,
no.
FSC? No?
No.
Okay. Well, if you're gonna be an avid Twitch watcher, it's kind of like it's an essential, more or less. Because the thing about Twitch is the only time you can have emotes on your channel is if you're either affiliated, which it would give you like, I want to say 5 to 10 emote slots. And if you're a partner, then it goes up.
Yep.
But with those extensions, you can basically have emotes, whether you're affiliated or partnered or anything. And you can have any kind of emote.
Really?
You can even take emotes of other streamers and bring them into your stream. So those kinds of things, like the emotes that I've been talking about, like the Monka S, those are general emotes that everyone has.
Yeah.
Everyone uses it into the streams.
Do you ever use the word sussy baka? Can you give us your best sussy baka?
I never used that at all.
Okay.
I think the furthest I ever went in those terms was when Razzie asked me to give me my strongest ara ara.
Has anyone asked you to do your best ooh?
Ooh.
Yeah.
They have.
They have.
They have.
Your chat probably.
I never do. I just.
Okay.
I banned them, really.
Oh, okay. I like how you guys have like a consensual bullying relationship. How about your mods? How do you deal with your mods? And what are mods in the first place?
So they're, in very general terms, they're moderators. They are what we like to call the internet janitors or the chat janitors. Yeah, but I can say confidently that I don't think a stream can survive without mods. Personally, I have mods that's been there with me since like day one.
Oh.
In my terms on how I choose my mods, I feel them out for a while on chat. If they're a good chatter, then I'd ask them personally if it's okay if they mod for me. They don't have to, but I'd like it if they do. So some of them decline, some of them accept.
Does being a mod give you like special privileges in chat?
The only privilege you have is that. Actually, no. The only privilege you have is that you can spam, which, of course, mods shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Because you're supposed to time people out if they spam.
Yeah,
pretty much it. And no special privileges. I don't treat my mods any different from a viewer. If anything, I just, if I need their help, I just tell them, can you change my title? Can you change the game that I'm playing? Those kinds of things.
Has it ever gone to a point where you feel like your chat has gone overboard?
Overboard?
Did they ever cross the line? Has that ever happened to you?
Chat or mods? Chat. That did happen actually. There was this time where I had like a song request stream going on and I was playing games. And my chat was requesting basically borderline racist songs.
Oh.
Like in the age that we have right now, it's not acceptable in some cases. So they'd request it and it would play on stream and I can't really do anything about it. Your viewers are more or less your boss/clients. So you want to make sure they're entertained. In my case, that's what they did. They requested very questionable songs and music and I can't really control them. Afterwards, Paolo actually reached out to me and said, if you can't control your community, if you can't control what kind of messages or what they do on your stream, it will reflect bad towards you as a streamer. So ever since then, we have like a bullying relationship. It's like a give and take. We're just having fun. But I want to make sure that they don't make anyone uncomfortable whatsoever, which is the community that I actually built now. I'm very proud of how it turned out to be. They're practically my kids. I look at them that way.
Oh, that's sweet. Do you have any message that you want to share to your community and to your mods?
How far is swearing allowed here?
Swearing is allowed. I mean, like up to a certain degree. I'll bleep you if I feel like it.
Oh, can you censor things?
Yeah, I can censor.
Okay.
Things. Go ahead.
So message for my mods or chat?
Chat first, then mods after.
That's all I can say, really. It's how we say bye or hi.
I'm probably gonna censor that. It's probably gonna be like some emo.
I hope so. I just put Monka S.
I'll put Monka S there, and then your chat's gonna get it.
Yeah, they're gonna get it.
Okay. How about your mods? What do you want to say to your mods?
Probably the same.
Probably the same.
And thank you.
Oh, okay, that's sweet.
And
so like a Monka S emoji and thank you.
Yeah, Monka S emoji and thank you from the bottom of my heart for sticking through me and having the patience to deal with me every single day.
You have been exploring things outside of Twitch as well. I see you've been grinding YouTube. Why did you decide to like do more stuff outside of your live stream?
I didn't like how I'm focused on like having the income through Twitch itself, because I mean, Twitch is a good platform and everything, but the reason why Twitch is a good platform is because of the community. Twitch has been there for the longest time, so people or viewers, chatters, everyone just collected it's a great community, really, but it's not a really nice place to like start off your career, I'd say. The fact that Twitch takes 50% of every single sub that goes to you and you only keep 50, meaning you're paying like 5 times your tax, which you don't really income from it. Right now, I would say Twitch is, out of all the income that I have, Twitch would probably be the lowest income that I have. Because again, they take 50%.
They take 50%, yeah.
If we're talking about like other platforms, in terms of YouTube, if you stream on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken, they only get 30%. You keep 70. I could be wrong. Maybe it could be 80-20. And with the newest platform out there, Kick, you get 95% and they only keep 5%.
So what platforms are you actively posting?
Actively posting wise, I post on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram Reels.
Do you make money out of TikTok?
TikTok, no.
No, because there's no creator fund here.
There's no creator fund, sadly. I looked all over the place. But TikTok is still definitely like, it's a nice place to post your content because I'd say 60 to 70% of my current community came from TikTok.
Oh, wow.
Best part of, I'd say in terms of like growing your streams, don't focus on just streaming because the discoverability on Twitch is just terrible. People can't find you. So post your, I don't know, like your very hype clips on, let's say, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, wherever, and you need to do your best to like redirect them to your stream. Yeah,
that actually makes sense. There's also this creator, Josh Secchi was huge.
Josh Secchi.
In TikTok. So that's how I discovered Josh Secchi. Maybe it's just like my algorithm. My algorithm is full of Valorant stuff.
Oh, my algorithm does not have Valorant.
Really?
I'm so happy. I worked so hard to get there.
Oh, God.
Because I'm trying to like not get burnt out of Valorant. So whenever I like browse either TikTok or YouTube Shorts, whenever I see a Valorant clip, I just not see this again.
You used to be an independent content creator, and now you've signed on with Talon, right? Why did you sign up with Talon, and like what kind of benefits do you get from them?
I signed up with Talon because I guess their motives align with mine. I like the way they run things. They're a bunch of just friendly people at the back end, and in a way we have like the same goal in terms of like growing. I want to grow with the team. When they introduced Talon Esports to me, of course, when I first got introduced to them, rather, they didn't talk to me as if they're trying to recruit me into the team. The first thing they did was they actually made sure we fit together. We like spoke on different aspects of either content creation or the Valorant scene. And in a way, their morals and their goals align with mine. So in the end, I was in an org when I was talking to them. So with how much we kind of like clicked, I was more than tempted to like leave my current org for this new org, which I have no regrets on.
What does an org do for you?
So
as a content creator?
It really depends on what like your contract is with them. In my case, they help me out with edits. They have their own in-house editor. So whenever I need something like edited for a short or even a sponsor, they would do it as fast as possible and with high quality, of course. And I guess in way of returning to them, I of course like advertise Talon. I always tell people whenever I introduce myself to any sponsor or any streamer, I first and foremost, hi, I'm Noctile. I'm a Valerian content creator for Talon Esports. Because in a way, they want Talon to grow in the Philippines. Because they're not really like a Filipino org, but they want an audience in the Filipino because the staff is also made up of Filipinos.
Oh, okay.
So in a way, it's like, it's a give and take relationship, really. I try my best to play my part in terms of like showing up Talon. Yeah.
If a content creator was approached by an org, what would you say should they watch out for, I guess?
If you are planning to join an org or an org is inviting you, first and foremost is to look at the back end. Try to get to know everyone who handles the whole org. Try to find out who would handle you, like who will be your person of contact, what kind of people they are, like check their goals, if they align with your goal on how you want to grow as a content creator. And if they align, then yes, I would recommend that you join if you click with them.
Any last pieces of advice before I let you go?
Oof. For streaming?
For streaming.
If you want to get into streaming, definitely don't make it a career path right off the bat because it's hard. People say it's easy. Maybe it is, but for some people it's hard because you have to do this every single day. And of course, you love video games, which is why you want to make it into a job. But if you start it off as like a career thing, I can guarantee you, you won't be earning anything, which could hinder your life as a whole. So definitely make it, if you want to get into streaming, start it off as a hobby. Make sure you're having fun with it. Make sure you love what you do. You love the community that you're building. And only then, I guess, if you end up making money enough for you to survive, I guess I would say that's the only time you should actually think of it being a career.
So stream for fun first.
Stream for fun first.
Stream for fun first. And that was the third episode of Teach Me Senpai. I'm Julian Cernio. Thank you for watching.